Presenting the Quickstart Guide to Playing the Didgeridoo. Following is an excerpt from the DVD with how to order information at the end. Enjoy! Okay, so let's get into it and let's actually learn how to get a drone note. Now, the first thing that we need to do is to get the lips flapping sort of like what a horse does, what we might call a raspberry. Sort of like that. We don't blow too hard when we do this, we blow quite soft actually. And also, moistening the lips a little bit is a really good, just a really good way to get a nice crisp note. The other thing is that we make sure that we have a really good seal on the mouthpiece itself. So now, just to give you a demonstration of this. Now sometimes just starting the note with a little bit of a P will help to get the note going as well. So that's the basics of actually how we get a drone note going. Just remember, play it fairly softly. Playing it loud is something that a lot of people can do, but a lot of people can't play it softly. So playing it softly actually gives you more control. It's, in my opinion, superior to playing it loud. If you can play it soft, you probably can play it loud as well, but it doesn't necessarily work the other way. Now, we're going to have a look at some exercises which will help you to improve your drone note. The first of these exercises is what we call the start-stop exercise. That is where we place the lips on the didgeridoo, going through the procedures that we just talked about, start the drone note playing, then stop it within about 1 second. Remove the lips from the didgeridoo and then repeat the process. Like so. Now the idea here is that you're able to practice your lip placement, which is something that once you've placed your lips on the didgeridoo you can't really change easily while you're playing. So it's very important to get a good lip placement. The other thing is that it will help you to learn to actually start the note cleanly and crisply when you're starting to play, and it will very quickly also improve the actual drone note's quality. So this is a really good overall sort of exercise for all those things. Now another exercise that we're going to have a look at is what we call the pinhole exercise. This exercise is designed primarily to increase the quality of your drone note. It's a mental visualization exercise, and the idea is that you imagine you have a needle and you've placed it between your lips, and then you've pulled it out and it just has left a tiny little hole between your lips, and it's the only place where air's coming out, and it's the only place that your lips are actually vibrating. Find a room or somewhere where there's really no distractions and just really home in with all of your senses on this one tiny little spot and just focus right in on it. Blowing really softly, just get the note going and then see how quietly you can play. Bring the threshold down, down, down so that you can play quieter and quieter with it. Eventually your lips will stop and then you can start again and work it through again. And what you'll find is that you'll actually be able to gain really good control over your drone note, and you'll learn to be able to play quieter. Now playing quieter is a really important thing for later down the track, because the less air that you're using, the earlier you're going to be able to circular breathe and actually play the instrument. Now the last exercise that I want to have a look at is what we call the next harmonic, or the toot. Now the idea with this exercise is simply that when you've been practicing over and over and over with the drone note, you can sometimes sort of get stuck in a little bit of a rut, and you'll find that it'll go downhill after a while. A good way to get out of this rut is to just try blowing the toot, or the next harmonic. Tight lips, blowing quite a bit harder than what you would if you were just nice and relaxed and blowing the drone note. So just to give you a demonstration of this. Like so. Now even if you get a little bit of a sound like what I had in the beginning there, where you're not really getting a really good toot, it doesn't matter, because the idea is that you're tightening the lips and you're trying to break yourself out of that rut. You can purchase the DVD online for around $20 US, and that includes free postage. To order, just go to echotree.com.au/DVD.